Do I look like a cancer patient? I'm just kidding. Okay, can we first start off by going over all the ways that Natalie tried to say fertility in the last video? Reproductivity, fertilization, reproductiveness, fertilization, fertilization, fertilization. Were there any others? But luckily I've got it in my brain now, fertility, and hopefully we shouldn't have that ever again. Fingers crossed. But I just wanted to kind of give a little preview for what you're about to see. It's kind of confusing, I just jump right in. Where we left off last time was, oh, I have cancer, holy crap. And now you're going to see me start the week off on Monday, meeting my oncologist, figuring out what tests need to be done and what not, just to learn more about my cancer. So you're going to see a variety of different tests going on. Let's go through them now just so you can follow along. The first one that we go do, I believe, is the heart echo. That's just an ultrasound of my heart to get a baseline of where my heart's at, because chemotherapy can a lot of times weaken the heart. So they just wanted to get a baseline of where my heart is at and make sure it's healthy just to begin with. The next test you'll see is me getting a bone marrow biopsy. You're not going to see the bone marrow biopsy, but you see the effects afterward. And the bone marrow biopsy is just to make sure that the cancer is not in my bone marrow. And again, just to kind of get baselines. But the biggest reason is to see if the cancer is there. The next test, I believe, is the PET-CT scan, and that's just to see if the cancer is anywhere else in my body. There's hundreds of thousands of lymph nodes in your body, and we just need to make sure that it's not in any of them. So then that's the PET-CT scan, and all throughout this testing and whatnot, I am getting so much blood work done. I tried to count how much blood work I had to do in the month of December, and I lost track. I think that there were at least 13, but with the fertility treatments I ended up doing, there were more. Anyway, there were just countless times that I had to do blood work. So along with those other tests, I was getting my blood taken all throughout, and we were getting testing done for that. And the blood work was just, I don't know, to find out more about my cancer and get levels and things that I don't understand. But that was happening like all throughout the month of December as well. So don't forget that. So many needles. And so yeah, just to clarify one more time, heart echo, bone marrow biopsy, PET-CT scan, tons of blood work, and here we go.
I look great. Update, it's the morning of December 10th, and I am in the bathroom puking my guts out. I believe it's just because I had way too many sweet potatoes yesterday, so my body's probably like, holy crap, sugar overload, because it was like the kind that you make for Thanksgiving with the marshmallows on top. But yeah, so Jerry's making me some eggs right now. Hopefully some real food will make me feel better. But yeah.
Okay, we just made it to the hospital. Right now it's the heart echo. We'll let you know how it goes afterward. My mother and Ember came to join us for lunch. Oops. Say hello.
Tomato. What's 7 times 3?
Say hi. 21. So we're here at the hospital after my heart. After. Oh my gosh, what beard?
That girl's beard?
The girl's beard. Okay, everyone, listen.
In the corner where your friend was sitting.
Oh, yeah, remember that guy?
Yeah, he was at the cardiology too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I just got done, well, a little bit ago, I got done with the cardiology place. Got an ultrasound of my heart.
Can you talk any quieter?
And I got an ultrasound of my heart. Oh my gosh. And then we went and got more blood work done. More blood taken. And now we're going to go... Oh, and then we ate lunch. Now we're going to go back up to Dr. Johnson's and get a bone marrow biopsy. So we'll let you know how that goes. So we just got done with the bone marrow biopsy. Cherokee nearly passed out from watching it. Apparently, what were you gonna say?
Huh? Oh, my hand still hurts.
I was gripping him pretty tight because apparently I had a pretty dry bone or something. You can see my... Usually they just go in once, but he had to go in 3 times because they were not getting any bone marrow, so that's awesome. I've got my juice. I'm feeling good, feeling pretty good. How are you doing, babe?
Outstanding.
Hanging in there. And we just got home, so we're gonna go snuggle our baby and relax. So now we're home. We've been home for a while from doing our day of testing. Started with the heart echo, so the ultrasound of the heart, and we got more blood work done.
Tell me about it. Tell me about your day with Mom.
And then we ate lunch with my mother and Ember.
Yeah, was it a good lunch? Huh.
She slept through it. Shortly after that, we went up and got a bone marrow biopsy. So apparently there was a dry tap or something. So I guess you usually only have to go in once, but he had to go in 3 times. It really wouldn't have been so bad, I think, if it was just the one time, but it was really discouraging to hear, oh, there's nothing there, and then to hear it again. And then I was just, because it's not that short of a process, I mean, it should only, he said it should usually be right around 10, maybe 20 minutes tops, but mine took a little longer again because he had to go in 3 times. And he wasn't getting much, but luckily he finally got something on the 3rd try, and at that point I was just ready to be done. So now I'm resting my sore back of my pelvis, right above my, it's the dimples above your butt is where he goes in and gets the bone marrow from. He showed us the needle. Supposedly you can still call that thing a needle. It's like a pipe. It's enormous. He showed us that thing afterward, and I could not believe, oh my gosh, I'm just so grateful for numbing. And Cherokee, the lady in there, was saying, I was looking at your husband and I was worried for him that he was gonna pass out or something. They're really chatting.
Oh yeah? Tell me about it. Tell me about your day, honey.
I'll tell you about my day. Just kidding. It's now we're resting. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Mama.
It wasn't a bad day at all. We are on our way to Salt Lake to get the PET CT scan. Jamming out to Taylor this time. It's... What's the weather like this time?
It's gonna rain.
Oh, it's warmer. It's 34 degrees this time. Above freezing. Yay. Hey. Okay. We got done with the PET CT scan and then we went and ate.
No, stop. Tell me about the PET CT scan.
We got done with the PET CT scan. It wasn't too bad. I had to drink a nasty drink that tasted like lemonade on steroids. If you like lemonade, I guess it wouldn't be too bad, but I don't like lemonade, so what do you do though? And then I had to sit in this room all by my lonesome for like 40 minutes while oh yeah, and they gave me an IV. So I had to sit in that room while the IV stuff flowed through my body. And then he came back in after the 40 minutes was up and I had to drink more of that nasty crap. And then a few minutes later, go in to this big...
In half a mile, keep left at the fork to stay on I-15 North. Follow signs for I-15 North, Ogden.
Keep left at the fork, babe.
I'm sorry, babe.
The scan wasn't bad. You just lay on this track and it pushes you like through this big donut type machine. It was not near as bad and didn't feel as claustrophobic as like an MRI machine, so it wasn't bad at all. And it was only 15 minutes long. The worst part of it was the waiting for the IV stuff to get through my body and that nasty drink. That like 45 minutes there. But the scan itself wasn't bad at all. Then we got dressed. I had to pee like a racehorse, so I went pee, and then we went to the Cheesecake Factory with, of course, us two, and Cherokee's sister and her husband are here as well. So we all went, and now we are headed to the Reproductive Care Center, the fertility clinic in Clearfield. We'll have our consult there and we'll let you know how it goes. Hello! So we just got out of the oncologist. What we learned from the oncologist today is that it's stage 1. Finally, somebody has told us what stage it is. I guess I finally just flat out asked, what stage is it? It's stage 1. We have different chemo options, like how much chemo I do, that sort of thing. And so we need to figure out what we think would be best for me as far as that goes. We have more things to consider too with that, with me like taking birth control shots and whatnot, so I don't go through menopause, hopefully, with the chemo, so it doesn't completely kill my ovaries
so there's a potential that we could still have kids, but still with radiation that would, there's just a lot to consider now. But luckily, finally, we have the gift of time. We don't have to make the decision right away, but they do want me to get started on chemo right away. Next week or so, and I'm going to get a port put in my chest for chemo. So a surgeon will do that, and then we'll get started with chemotherapy. Apparently I'm gonna lose my hair pretty quickly. I was thinking it would take time, but within like, after the first treatment is when I'll start losing my hair and everything. So I think maybe next week I might just bite the bullet and shave my head. We'll see. But we're just this close to getting everything started. Finally, all the testing is done. Everything is normal. So what I have, the type of cancer I have, luckily it's pretty by the book. The only thing weird about it is the location. The only thing weird about it is the location and the fact that it's in my pelvic area. That is pretty out there, but the cancer itself is pretty standard. Luckily, they've seen it before and know how to treat it, you know. It's not like something crazy. I guess the other thing is too, is my age is the other kind of weird thing about it, the age and location. But I should be okay. We'll be fine. But yeah, we'll let you know. Hello! We are on our way back home to Logan from Salt Lake. We spent the day in Salt Lake at the Huntsman Cancer Center at the University of Utah. We just went down there to get a second opinion, kind of see what their thoughts were on my situation and everything. The doctor there was actually really cool. It was just nice to have this second opinion.
To solidify things.
Yeah, to solidify things, exactly. And yeah, he was just very helpful. Something interesting that he said though is, because had Ember in August, you know, last day in August 31st, and it's almost January now, so he's like, why have you not started treatments already? It's been almost 4 months. You have such an aggressive tumor. When I diagnose people with what you have, I say, you have 6 to 12 months. He's like, it's been 4 since your baby was born. What's going on? So that was really eye-opening for us, that we need to get the ball rolling. Not that it hasn't been, but it's just been kind of a long process with testing and everything, when he's like, it should have been started right away after we found out it was lymphoma. Come on, what's going on? But yeah, so that was just really eye-opening, that you generally say it's only 6 to 12 months for people to live, and it's been 4 just since I've had her. And I asked him, so about how long do you think I was growing it before she was born? Just like a rough estimate, just curious. And he said, I'd say probably 1 to 2 months. So that makes us like around 6 months or so of having this. So it's just kind of scary. Puts it into perspective just how serious it is, and that we really need to get things moving. Like having Huntsman Cancer Center say you need to get things going, I think it's really getting things going now. So that was good. But yeah, that's where we're at. Driving home. Say hi.
Hello.
Goodbye. Say goodbye.
Oh, bye-bye.
Okay, now that you've gone through those crazy couple of weeks with me, I just wanted to recap. We did the heart echo, and it was completely normal. I've got a strong heart, and honestly, I think that was my favorite test out of all the tests that we did. It was really fun to see like the flaps and everything in my heart, and I don't know, it was just pretty cool. And it was the least invasive. I had no needles, no yucky drinks, anything like that. So I liked the heart echo. The next one was the bone marrow biopsy. Again, if you didn't catch the results of that in the video, they were clean, clear, no cancer in my bone marrow. That is such a huge blessing, and I'm so grateful that my bone marrow is good and we're clear there. The other one is the PET CT scan, and that looked normal as well. Again, I made slight reference to it that there were a couple of lymph nodes that lit up as well, but they're not sure if it was because of cancer or if they were just showing some activity. We don't know, but it's small enough that if it is cancer, the chemo's gonna get it anyway. If not, then I'm fine and all is dandy. So the results of the PET CT scan were good as well. There was another appointment that I didn't tell you guys about in there. I met with my radiation oncologist, and he just went over those results with me. So that's where we know about the PET CT scan, was I met with my radiation oncologist and discussed those. So again, everything is normal except for the tumor, and I've got a strong, healthy body except for the tumor, so I should do well with the chemo, and and it should clear everything up. The chemo and radiation should clear everything up. So yeah, until next time guys, thanks for watching.